Hi guys, today we are going to dive into learning keyboard shortcuts for Premiere Pro. As I was learning about Premiere Pro, I noticed that some shortcuts are used a lot, while others aren't. In this session, I have put together the most helpful shortcuts. We will also talk about the timeline panel and how it works. Let's begin. First, let's create a sequence. Click New Item, then select Sequence. Choose a custom option and set it to 30 frames per second. Then click OK. And now we have Sequence 2. Let's move this into Sequence file. This is Sequence 2, and this is Sequence 1. We can actually move this sequence to the bottom. So all you have to do, click on Sequence 2 and drag. Now you can see we can place this here, 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 or here. But usually I put it at the bottom. So let's place it at the bottom. Now we have two sequences side by side. Okay, so this is excellent for comparing the sequence. I'm gonna close Sequence 1 for now. So let's add a video. Let's add any video. Let's add this one and drag. And as you can see, we brought the entire video into sequence. So click this, click and drag to make it shorter. So we are essentially cutting the parts of the video. We can also bring in it like that. And just to match this, I'm gonna set the frame size. And now it's matching. So that's how we can manipulate the video. So this was supposed to be the entire video. And we can cut it by, if you see this symbol, click and drag. So click and drag. And that's how we can trim our video. And by the way, I need to explain about timecode. So this is the timecode. And this is the playhead. First, let me explain about the timecode. You've probably noticed this number. And timecode precisely measures and indicates specific points in a video or audio clip. It shows hours, minutes, seconds, and frames, and it helps with precise editing and synchronization. And another important term is playhead. This one right here. The playhead is a moving line on the timeline that indicates your current position in the video. So that's what it is. Alright, now let's play the video. So first, we need to click on the timeline panel. Not this one, not this one, this timeline panel. And make sure the playhead is set to 0. Honestly, it doesn't matter, but let's just say set it to 0. Then press the spacebar. As the video plays, pay attention to the number in the timecode. Okay, so let's look at the number right here. Especially the frame number. A frame is essentially a single picture. And the number represents how 30 pictures move in 1 second. Remember that this sequence is set to 30 frames per second or 30 FPS. So this one's supposed to be moved 30 frames equals 1 second. Let's try this. Press the right arrow key on your keyboard. Again, press the right arrow key on your keyboard. This moves the playhead by 1 frame. It's not noticeable, so let me zoom in. So this is frame 2, frame 3, frame 4. So let's press another right key, right arrow key. So that's frame 2, frame 3, frame 4, frame 5. So if you press this, if you press the right key, it moves by 1 frame. I want to show you what happened when we reach 30 frames. So this is 29. Now if we move to 30 frame, it becomes 1 second. So 30 frame equal 1 second. Now I want to show you what happens if you set a sequence with a different FPS. Let's create another sequence just to demonstrate. Let's create sequence with 60 FPS just for fun. And this one is sequence 3. To avoid confusion, I'm going to name it 60 FPS. Now this one, we create a 60 FPS. And I'm gonna show you the difference. And we can click and drag and put it into this. And notice the number here in the frame. So let's make it. So this one's supposed to be 1 second, right? But notice it. It goes up to 59. Well, this one was, well, you see, was 29. And the moment we hit the 30 frame, it becomes 1 second. But here, if we press that, so 59 frame is 1 second. So this is the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS, just to show you. So that's it. And we're gonna put it here, all right? Let's move this one to here in the sequence. Okay, so already, so that's great. And this is a little bit obvious, but if you press the right key, it moves it by 1 frame. If you press the left key, it moves to backward, right? Backward, forward, backward. Left key is backward, right key is forward. All right? And if you press the spacebar, it plays the video. To stop playing the video, you just have to press the spacebar again. So that's how it is. Okay? So now let's learn another short key. Let's press home key and end key. So let's press the home key and press the end key. Home key and end key. So if you want your playhead at the very beginning of the sequence, you just have to press the home key. If you want your playhead to be at the end of the clip, you just have to press end. All right? And so I want to show you just to make a point. So if I make it like this, if you press the home key, it goes to the beginning. And if you press the end key again, it goes at the end. So that's home key and end key. But what if you want to move here? What if you want to move here? And or here? Then we can press up key. We can press up key and also down key. So these shortcuts are useful for navigating to edit points, right? So it goes to editing point. So that's what it means. So if you press up and down, so we can jump around like this. And let's return to left and right key. So if you press the right key, it moves one frame, right? And if you press the left, it moves to left, right? But if you hold down Shift key and while you're pressing the right key, so notice the number change, right? So it is moving 5 frames. Hold the Shift and right. Hold the Shift and right. So now the playhead is moving 5 frames. And if you press the left, hold the Shift and left, so it is moving 5 frames. Exactly. So that's good to know. But what if you want to move your clip? Let's just say instead of moving this playhead, I want this clip to move 1 frame. So how will you do that? Well, if you hold down the Control key and press the right key, then you notice the clip is moving. So if you press more, and more, it is moving. And if you press the left key, hold the Control or Command key on MacBook and press the left, it's moving by 1 frame. But what if you want to move this clip to 5 frames? Well, simply hold down to Command and Shift and press the left key or right key. So you see, it is jumping 5 frames. So that's how we move around these clips. So if you want to delete this, we can just press the backspace, or we can press the delete key. And that's about it, right? So simple as that. So this time, let's focusing on selecting a specific section of a video or placing a certain part into the timeline. First, we need to set the mark in and mark out. So instead of bring entire video, let's just say, let's choose this one. Yes, this guy. Or yeah, let's just do this guy. So instead of bringing entire video into sequence, let's just say I want here to here. Just this part I want. So how to bring the segment of the video? So all we have to do is first, click a source panel, source monitor. So make sure you click that and place your playhead into the right frame. And then press I. Press I. So if you press it, notice that we mark in. And if we move the right key, we can move by frame. So let's just get more. Yeah, let's just say right here. And I want here to here. Then now press O key. Press O. Then we select the mark. All right. So that was mark in and mark out. And all we have to do is press I in the source monitor for mark in and press O for mark out. Now, do you see this icon? Drag video only, right? Because we just have a video for this case. If there's audio, you will see this video contains audio. That's the difference. But this video, we just have a video. So click, we're gonna click this, click, hold, and click and drag, right? Drag, and we're gonna put it into here. So now we just took the part of it. We took the part of it, but we can always increase them. Just click and click. Just so we can bring entire thing, or we can just backspace and click and drop. Click, drag and drop, right? So that's one way to do it. So that was a very useful one. But let's just say, I have a playhead right here. And if I want to go here, all you have to do is press Shift and I. Then it goes there. And if you want to go this part, which is mark out, all you have to press is Shift O. Again, Shift O. You see? So it goes there. And if you want to remove it, now you say you don't want it, then you have to press Option and X. Okay? This will be for the MacBook, and for the window, you have to press Control Shift X. But for the MacBook, you have to press Option and X. So that will be removing the mark. Okay, this will remove the mark. Let's just say, again, let's practice it. Okay, so press I to mark the starting point, and press O to end point, and we click and drag, right? So click and drag, and if you want your playhead to mark in, then press the Shift I. If your playhead to be at the end of point, hold Shift and press O. That's how we move it. And if you want to remove this, press Option and X. Press Option and X, right? So that's how you do it. So that's really useful one. Now, we can also use it here. Let's say, well, this one is long. We can also use it in the timeline sequence. We can press the I. We can also press O. And we can drag it in and out. So if we want to precisely reduce it, we can press the Shift and I. So this also works. So we can reduce it like this. And we can go to Shift O. And we can reduce like this. And if you want to remove this mark selection, again, press Option and X. For the window, press Control Shift X. And of course, there's an easier way to do it. Let's just say if you want to select this one, I want to have mark in and mark out based on this clip. So if you want that, then press backslash this one. Okay, again, let's go back and click backslash. If you increase it, let's just say you want mark in here and mark out here, then press backslash. And that's how it works. And now I want to explain about insert and override. Okay? Because usually what we want is that we want to insert here, we want to bring our footage here with the audio, right? So this one contains audio. Let's see. Let's listen. I don't hear anything, but let's listen to this one. Yeah. So this one definitely contains audio. And I want to see why. As you see, sometimes in the video, they have an empty audio. So that's the reason why. But this one, we definitely have audio, isn't it? Okay, so let's bring our video here. How do we do that? And all we have to do is click this. Click insert. Then it brings the entire video. And based on the playhead, isn't it? So, So we can bring entire thing, or we can just drag and drop this. Okay, so that's a easier way to do it. We can just drag and drop, and that's how we bring entire video. But what if you want to select few section of it? You want to have selection of it. And to show you the example, I will use this one because this one contains audio. So okay, so let's just say we mark in and mark out. We're gonna bring parts of it into here. Now there's two ways to do it. Number one is override, and number two is insert. And notice the difference. So let's try override. So press dot. So it overrides. As you can see, it overrides. And we can always set this frame to frame size. That's not a problem, but okay. So this time, let's press insert. So this time, let's press insert. So here's the thing, okay? So override replace existing content at the playhead position, okay? And the insert pushes existing content to make space for the new clips at the playhead position, all right? Okay, I think that's so to make my point, I wanna prove it to you, and let me copy this to show you what I mean. So if you overwrite this, and let's just say you move here and here, and notice that we got lost, right? We lost few segment. That's override. So go back. And now we press insert. If we press insert, it perfectly match, isn't it? So that's the insert. All right. Okay, so now let's talk about press yes. Now let's talk about Q and W. So let's press Q. Just to show you what Q does. So press Q. Okay, that was Q. All right. So press Q again. So Q key is what is called a refill delete. So refill delete removes a clip and close the gap in the timeline. So as you can see, if you press Q, it will erase this part, like backward part. It will erase it and close the gap like that. Okay. But if you press W, if we press the W, it removes forward. Okay, forward clips. So that's the difference. Again, let's press Q. It's a ripple delete. Again, press W. It's a ripple delete. And press W. Okay? And another W. And another W and W. Okay? So that's Q keys and W key. So that was Q key and W key. Now let's talk about this key right here. I didn't know what is the name of this key, but apparently it's called backtick. Okay? Backtick. But it is located right here. So let's select one panel. It could be any panel. So let's just select the timeline panel. And if you press this key, it becomes full screen. If we press again, it comes back. Okay, it comes back. All right. So let's just say project panel. And if you press this key, backtick key, and this become full screen. Another, let's just say source monitor, press this key, become full screen. And also this one, click this, make sure select this, and press this backtick key, then it become full screen. All right. Okay, so now let's talk about JKL key. So we can play video pressing spacebar, right? Spacebar, it plays a video and playhead is moving. And if we want to stop, we can press spacebar again. And that's how we play the video. But what we can do is that we can play backward, okay? If you press the J key, the video is played in reverse. Let's go back. Let's press J. So it is playing backward or reverse. Now, if you want to stop, press K. Okay, so that was stop key. So press J. And if you want to stop, press K. And if you want to play forward, just like a spacebar, then press L. Again, let's press L key. All right. So we can play this around. So press K, press J, press K, and press L key. So we can kind of play around. So you might be wondering, then what's the point of this key, right? Well, you see, let's press J. Let's press J and press J again. Again and again. Did you see? It's playing faster and faster and faster. So let's press L key. Press it again, press again, and press again. So it is moving faster and faster. So that's why this is useful one. If you have a long clip, then this probably is great short key for checking the video. So now let's talk about D key. So usually if we click it, it is linked with audio. So video and audio are linked. But sometime if I bring my music, it is not linked. Okay, so even if I press this one is separate. And what if you want to select these two? Well, we can kind of do it like this, right? We can kind of click and drag, but instead of doing that, we can also press D. Then it's click it for you, right? So if we bring another one, so if you press the D key, it selects all right? And let's bring audio. Let's bring video. And if we press D, so this is a problem with D key. D key only selects one clip and the audios, the multiple audios. That's the important thing to know about. So if you press that, it only selects one video and multiple audio. So that's the point of it. Well, we can kind of drag this, but if you want to just select these four, then we can just press the D key, okay? So that's useful thing about it. And by the way, if we want to make a same as this one, if we want to make a same length with this video and match the audios as above, then we can click and drag and reduce. This works, and we can also do it in this way. Okay, so it is matching. Let's talk about lift and extract key. Okay, so we can select I and O, right? So let's just say I want to remove it, this part, just this part. Then we just have to press semicolon. All right, simple as that. Okay, and let's just say if you want to remove it and also close the gap, then all we have to do is press apostrophe key. Then it's close. All right. So that is the difference between lift and extract key. All right. So lift key removes selected clips and leaving a gap in the timeline. And extract key removes selected clips and close the gap like that. So that's it. And for the, so let's do another one. This time, let's try this one. Let's click the clips. Okay, we select this clip and hold the Alt key or Option key on MacBook and click and drag. Okay. So again, holding Alt or Option while clicking and dragging. And this one is for quick duplicating clips. Okay, so this help us to duplicate the clips. So same for this one, holding Alt and clicking and drag. So that will create duplicate. So let's try again. Hold Alt and duplicate. And what if you don't want it? You want to go back. Then we know it's a Command Z or Control Z. We can go back and back, right? Back. All right. So Command Z is a undo, and we can also Command C and Command V. So that's a copy and paste basically. So Control C and Control V, right? So we can also do Control C and Control V and undo Control Z. All right. And if we want to create a new text layer, we haven't learned this yet, but let's just do it. We can create a text, press this, and type here. Hello. Okay. And as notice, we have a text layer. But instead of doing that, we can also create Command T. Then it is created. As you can see, it is created. And there's another useful one. And let's just say you want to select all. You want to select all these clips and audios. Then we can press Control, Command, or Command A. Control A or Command A. So we can select all. You see? Control, Command, Command A. And also, we can cut this clip using this razor tool. So if we click, and we can basically cut it in this way. But instead of doing this, and I don't use it, I don't use this razor tool. I think it's horrible. This one is, we can cut it in this way. So it cuts like that. So razor tool is okay sometimes, but it's not really. So let's just say I want to cut my clip based on my playhead right here. I want to cut it here. Then you can press Command and K. So it is cut based on my playhead. I think this is way useful. And if you play this, and let's just say I want to cut it here, then press Command K. And that's how we cut the clip at the playhead position in the timeline. And if we press the Command K here, we can also cut this. But sometimes it doesn't work the way. Let me show you the example. So let's just say this one. Now this one is two separate video and audio. I just mute it, and this way you can mute the sounds. Well, anyway, let's just say I want to cut it. Press Command K. So it works that way. As you see, it's cut both of them. But what if I just want to cut audio? All you have to do, select audio and Command K. And notice we only cut audio. And now I want to cut video, just video alone, only. Then click video and Command K. As you can see, this is way useful in my opinion. Okay. So remember this one, Command K. I think this is the most important one. we learned today. If we want to select, or if let's just say you like the photo in here, you want to make a YouTube thumbnail, then hold Shift and E. Then we can choose where we can put our, if you press this, then we can choose where to save. Let's just say angry dog. And press OK. And if we go back, and we have our picture, PNG. Forget that. Okay, so this one. We have our picture exactly like this. All right, so now we want to talk about this part right here. We can move on like this, but sometimes it is, it can be confusing. So instead of sequence 2, let's bring sequence 1 this time to show you. So this one is the last time we work on, right? And I want to mute this. So it is a bit quiet. So, okay. So sometime, if we edit like this, it's hard to see the entire picture. We have to move around. We have to move like this. But instead of doing this, we can press this key right here. So let me bring this. Sometime, we edit this. When we edit this, sometimes we end up like this in our timeline. And you want to make sure become perfectly fit into timeline. What we can do is that we can press backslash. Okay, so it perfectly fit into timeline. Isn't that amazing? So let's just do another example. Now you want all this clip and audio and perfectly fit into timeline. Then you press backslash. Then now everything is in one timeline, right? So this one is very useful one. And another thing is that we can also increase and decrease this track. We have this plus and minus key. Well, actually it's a minus and equal key, okay? So we have a minus and equal key. But if you look at the equal key, there's a plus sign in it. So that's the indication of, it is gonna get increased, but don't make it plus, okay? We're gonna use this equal sign, okay? So we have a minus sign and equal sign. Now, let's hold down to Shift key and press minus. And notice how it got small. So the track height for everything become minimized. If we hold the Shift and press the equal key, then it becomes maximized, okay? Our entire every track height is maximized, okay? If we press Shift and minus again, it gets small. The height is getting small. And if we press Shift and equal, it becomes big. And we can also adjust the track height like this. We can also do that. But instead of doing this all the time, I think it's better off just press the Shift and minus, or Shift and plus. And what we can also do is that we can select this video track height and increase and decrease. So just to show you, hold down to Command key and press minus. Let's press the equal key. So equal key and minus key. Okay, we are holding the Command key or Control key. So if you are a MacBook, hold down to Command key and press the equal sign and minus sign. Okay, equal sign and minus sign. So that was a comment plus equal and minus. All right, equal, comment, equal, comment minus, comment equal, and comment minus. Okay, let's do it in the audio part. So this time we press Alt key. Well, in MacBook, it's gonna be Option key. So press Option key, hold down to Option key, and plus and minus, plus, minus, plus. It's an equal key, but I get confused sometimes. Like I just press the equal key, minus key, equal key, and minus key. Okay, so that was holding Option and minus and equal key. All right, so that's how you do it. So we can also check out the keyboard shortcut in both the Premiere Pro program and on the Adobe website. If you click on Premiere Pro, so you see, you can click this and go to keyboard shortcut right here. So press this. And you can see what we learned today. It's right here. And also in here, you can customize your own shortcuts. Now, personally, I usually don't mess with this section. I like to learn the shortcuts as they comes in the default setting. And I just don't want things to get confusing, But here you have an option to change the shortcut key, whatever you like. And there's also a website that shows you all the shortcuts for Premiere Pro. So this one is for all the shortcuts for the Premiere Pro. I will drop a link in the comment section. So the video ended up being a bit longer than I planned. And I didn't mean for that. But I really want to walk you through the whole process step by step. I want everyone to be able to follow along and not get lost. So big thanks for watching and catch you next time. Bye.